Hey everybody, it's me Joe, and I want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you a basic grammar review and my number one best tip on how to learn grammar. Okay? Lots of students ask me, Joe, how can I improve my grammar? I'm no good at grammar. What can I do to improve my grammar? So this video is going to tell you the basic things, but also at the end, if you watch the whole thing, the end, I will tell you my number one best tip for learning grammar. All right, you got to stick around. Also, you can see that I'm wearing a white shirt, so I'm going to try and be very serious during this video. Maybe not too serious. And if this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. My name's Joe, and I love helping people improve their English. I've been doing it now for over 2 decades, and I think I can help you too if you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell down below. Now, let's get to the 3 basic things about grammar that you have to remember and the number one important tip. All right? The first thing that you have to know about grammar is sentence structure is subject, verb, object. Okay, every sentence needs a subject and a verb. And also many of them have an object. For example, I love pizza. All right? So you don't always need the object. There's sometimes you can have verbs that don't need objects, like, hey, what does he do? He sings. All right? You could say he sings songs, but you don't have to say songs. You could just say he sings, right? What's his hobby? He sings. All right? But most sentences have the subject, verb, object formula. Okay? Most of them. Not all, but most. And when there's a mistake, usually it has something to do with either the noun, the subject, or the verb. Okay, that's where the main confusion comes in. So when you're making sentences, think about that. Subject, verb, and object. I love pizza. She hates pizza. They like my shirt. Anything, all right? Doesn't matter. It's just that same formula. So that's the first thing. The next thing that you have to remember is subject-verb agreement. Do you see what I did there with my head? Trying to make it more dramatic, because sometimes grammar is boring. Trying to add some drama. So subject-verb agreement, that means that your subject and your verb have to match up. They have to agree with each other. So depending on what your subject is, you'll have to change the verb form. So an example of this is, I like, you like, they like, right? They all go with like, no S. I like, you like, they like. But when you're using he, she, or it, then you put likes. He likes, she likes, it likes. Okay? So sometimes students mix this up and they forget something. So a common one is I have, you have, they have. But sometimes he has, they forget and they put he have. And we can still understand what you're saying if you say he have 2 cars. Everybody understands, but it's not perfect. It is a grammar mistake. And so you got to pay attention to subject-verb agreement. All right? That's important. Let's go on to our third main thing that you have to worry about for grammar. And let me do my dramatic thing again with my head. All right, did you like that? So the third thing that you have to think about when you're writing sentences or speaking is tense. All right? In English grammar, we have different tenses for the verbs. If you're talking about the past or the present or the future. Okay? And on top of that, some verbs are regular and some verbs are irregular. You just have to learn them. So there's different spellings and different pronunciations. Okay? But just as far as grammar goes, if you're talking about the past, often we use the past tense verb. Talking about the present, we use the present tense verb. So present tense, we use that when we talk about things that are true. Canada is big. Joe is handsome. All right, those are facts. All right, you talk about the future, then you'll say, he will fail. Something like that. He will fail tomorrow's test. Okay, so think about that. The tense is important. That's another common place where students make mistakes in grammar. So those are our three things, the three basic things about grammar. Subject, verb, object, that's the sentence structure. Subject, verb agreement, right? The verb and subject have to agree. And then the third one was tense. Okay? Now, let's go. Let me tell you what is the number one best tip for learning grammar. Okay? And let me do a head thing again. All right. Now, the thing about grammar is it's often quite boring. Okay? You're learning grammar, or if you're checking out a grammar book or doing grammar exercises, it's dull stuff. And the problem with dull stuff is it's easy to forget. Okay? You read a grammar textbook and it all makes sense, and yeah, I think I understand it. And then tomorrow you make grammar mistakes because you understood it yesterday, but you can't remember it today because it's boring. Okay, that is common. You're not stupid. It happens to everybody. Okay, so what's the solution? What's the number one tip? The number one tip is the students who are the best at grammar don't just study English, they use English. Okay, they use it. I know thousands of students, and the students who are the best, the best students that I know, they use English. I know a lady who watches The Office. I know a guy in India, he watches movies every day. I know a woman in, I forget where, Iraq, I think, and she reads novels. All right. I know somebody down in South America. He has probably 10 or 12 speaking partners, and he talks to one or two of them every single day. He speaks English a lot every single day. Now, all of these things are fun. Watching movies, watching TV shows, speaking to friends, listening to podcasts and music. All that stuff is fun. You're using English because you want to enjoy yourself. They get better at grammar because they're using the English. They're using it. They're hearing it. They're reading it. They're speaking it. Okay? They're not just studying it. All right? That's key. If you want to get to that next level of English, you have to start using it, right? You have to use it. And that's why I try to make my videos, even the boring grammar ones, I try to make them a little bit of fun so you can enjoy yourself. So those are the three things and the number one tip. And if you've lasted this long, all right, the secret code word that you can tell me about is mistake. All right, so if you say, hey Joe, mistake, then I know that you watched this whole video and you're one of those fantastic students. All right, I love hearing from you when you guys do that, because it's usually less than 5% of the people who make it this far. So you better think that you are super special if you're doing that, right? You're top 5% of the world. All right. And if you have any questions or comments, put them down below. And if you want to keep studying grammar, I've got a whole playlist about grammar and grammar mistakes on this YouTube channel. And I'm going to link some of them up right here, right around me now. I'm going to put links to different grammar points to help you continue learning grammar. All right. If you're interested. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you keep on learning, all right? That's it for now. Just one more. Yeah. See you later.